"Hi, sleepy cuties," Princess Bubblegum whispered softly, leaning out from the tallest tower of her candy-colored castle. "Where are you watching from tonight? And what time is it where you are?" She waited a gentle moment, imagining all the little dreamers tucked in their cozy beds, hugging soft plushies, or maybe lying under warm blankets, waiting for the quiet magic of the night to visit. Bubblegum's eyes sparkled in the moonlight, reflecting tiny stars in the sky above. The Candy Kingdom was wrapped in a blanket of calm. Moonlight spilled across rooftops made of sugar bricks, glinting softly on chocolate gutters and frosted windows. Tiny twinkles reflected on the winding candy paths, as if the stars had descended to say goodnight. Below the sleepy cuties, tiny gumdrop fairies fluttered gently in the soft night air. Their translucent wings shimmered with every slow, yawning movement. They clutched little marshmallow teddy bears to their tiny chests and made small, sleepy giggles that blended perfectly with the calm night. Bubblegum smiled. "It's so peaceful tonight," she murmured to the wind. The licorice leaves rustled lightly as if agreeing with her, and the distant hum of the kingdom's night magic wrapped around her like a soft blanket. Then, just as she was about to whisper goodnight, a gentle, almost shy whisper floated through the peppermint breeze. What's this?" Bubblegum murmured softly, her curiosity piqued. The sound wasn't frightening at all. It was delicate, warm, and inviting, almost like someone was trying to speak but didn't want to disturb the quiet. From behind the tallest candy cane in the courtyard, a soft golden light appeared, hovering in the night air. It flickered like a tiny flame, gentle and welcoming, and drifted closer as if it had been searching for someone kind. Bubblegum's smile widened. "Oh, a visitor," she said quietly. "Hello there. Do you want to play, little one?" The little golden orb twirled gracefully in the moonlight, forming tiny shapes, hearts, clouds, and stars that glimmered softly in the calm night. The sleepy cuties, seeing the gentle glow, started humming a soft lullaby. The melody floated through the candy path, swaying the licorice leaves and making sugar petals dance slowly in the night breeze. Bubblegum leaned over the balcony railing, stretching a careful hand toward the orb. "You're safe here," she whispered, her voice slow and soothing, like melted chocolate spilling gently across a marshmallow bed. "You can rest, or just watch the night with us." The golden orb floated closer, tracing slow arcs in the air. Each movement shimmered with warmth, as if the light itself were shyly exploring the Candy Kingdom for the first time. Bubblegum giggled softly. "You like our lullabies, don't you?" she murmured. The cuties nodded sleepily, their tiny yawns barely audible over their gentle humming. The night deepened. Stars twinkled like sleepy eyes above, and the moon cast a silver glow that made the sugar rooftops sparkle. The golden orb drifted closer to Bubblegum, spinning lazily in slow circles. Its glow wrapped the balcony in a soft, cozy warmth. Bubblegum leaned back, watching the little creature. "I wonder, do you have a name?" she whispered. The orb twinkled brighter for a moment, almost like it was thinking. Then slowly, it floated upward, spinning through the moonlight and leaving a trail of tiny golden sparks. "Maybe we can explore together," Bubblegum said softly. "I'll show you the castle, but gently, quietly, so everyone can sleep peacefully." The cuties hummed along, and a gentle wind carried the lullaby across the kingdom. Even the trees of candy canes swayed in time with the soft music. Bubblegum rose from the balcony and began walking down the spiraling candy staircase that led to the courtyard, the golden orb floating behind her. They passed peppermint bushes that glimmered in the moonlight, and fountains filled with sparkling soda water that reflected tiny rainbows. Every step felt slow and soft, the kind of night where even shadows seem warm and friendly. At the edge of the courtyard, the orb hovered above a small fountain, its golden light mingling with the sparkling water. Bubblegum knelt and touched the surface gently. "See? Even the water sings tonight," she whispered. Tiny ripples formed hearts and stars as the orb twirled above, creating patterns in soft golden light. A gentle hum of magic seemed to whisper from every corner of the kingdom. The castle walls, usually so bright and busy, now seemed peaceful and tender in the moonlight. Bubblegum felt the night's calm wrap around her like a soft blanket. The golden orb floated closer again, this time hovering over her shoulder. "You're welcome here," Bubblegum murmured, smiling softly. "We'll take care of each other tonight. Everyone can rest, everyone can dream." The little cuties curled up on the candy paths, their tiny bodies glowing faintly in the moonlight as they drifted into sleepy dreams. Bubblegum watched the golden orb spin slowly, feeling a gentle warmth in her heart. Somehow this quiet, magical visitor made the kingdom feel even more peaceful than usual. The moon continued to shine, casting gentle silver light over the rooftops and paths. And somewhere deep in the castle, distant whispers floated, soft, comforting, almost like tiny hugs carried by the wind. Bubblegum closed her eyes briefly and breathed in the calm night air. The golden orb hovered above the courtyard, spinning softly, wrapping the Candy Kingdom in a blanket of quiet friendship. And in that gentle, warm night, every corner of the kingdom felt safe, every cutie felt loved, and even the whispers of the night carried comfort instead of fear. Bubblegum yawned softly. "Good night, sleepy cuties. Good night, little one," she whispered. "Rest well, dream gently, and we'll see each other again in the softest moments of tomorrow." And as the kingdom settled into a cozy, heartwarming silence, the golden orb drifted slowly above the candy rooftops, like a guardian of the night, watching over all the sleepy hearts below. Bubblegum stretched slowly and whispered, "All right, little one, let's see the castle tonight." The golden orb twirled excitedly above her shoulder, leaving tiny trails of golden sparkles in the moonlit air. Its warm glow reflected softly on the pink candy walls, casting gentle shadows that danced along the corridors. The castle felt different at night, quieter, calmer, and full of gentle mysteries waiting to be discovered. Every corner seemed alive with soft magic, like the walls themselves were sighing happily in the peace of the night. Bubblegum's footsteps made faint, soothing taps on the sugar-coated floors. "Do you see this?" she asked, pointing to a grand hallway lined with the candy mirrors. In the dim moonlight, the mirrors shimmered like pools of liquid sugar, reflecting not only the light of the golden orb, but also faint, friendly shapes that seemed to move softly within. The orb floated closer to one of the mirrors, spinning lazily, and tiny golden hearts appeared in its reflection. Bubblegum smiled. "Oh, it's shyly saying hello," she murmured. "I think it wants to show you something magical." They continued down the hall, passing rooms filled with soft, glowing furniture made of marshmallow and chocolate. Each room seemed cozy and inviting, almost as if it had been waiting for the orb's gentle presence to wake it from its daytime slumber. Bubblegum moved carefully, making sure not to disturb the quiet slumber of the castle's usual nighttime residents. In a small side room, a gentle breeze blew through an open window. The curtains, made of spun sugar, floated slowly, curling like soft waves, and there, resting on a pillow of whipped cream, was was a tiny music box that hadn't been opened in many days. Bubblegum knelt beside it. "Shall we see what melody it holds?" she whispered. With a soft touch, she opened the lid. A faint, sleepy tune began to play, gentle and sweet, filling the room with a calming glow. The golden orb floated above the music box, spinning slowly as if dancing to the melody. "Oh, you like this song?" Bubblegum said softly. The orb twirled in delight, sending trails of golden sparks that made the walls shimmer like tiny fireflies. Outside, the gumdrop fairies heard the music and hummed along softly in their sleep, their tiny wings fluttering like delicate leaves in a warm breeze. After a while, the music box slowed and quieted, leaving behind a warm, lingering hum. Bubblegum rose carefully and held out her hand. "Come on, little one. There's more to show you." They wandered deeper into the castle, passing the grand library. The tall shelves, made of chocolate logs, were lined with books that glimmered faintly under the moonlight. As Bubblegum walked by, a soft breeze flipped open a page of a large storybook. The words on the page shimmered gently, forming tiny shapes, stars, hearts, and clouds, just like the orb. Bubblegum chuckled softly. "Even the stories want to say hello tonight," she whispered. The orb floated closer to the book, spinning and leaving trails of golden light along the shimmering letters. Each word seemed to hum softly, a warm lullaby meant just for the two of them. Further down the hallway, they found a small hidden garden inside this castle, glowing softly under the moonlight that streamed through the tall glass roof. The flowers were made of sugar petals, blooming slowly as if stretching in their sleep. Tiny dewdrops sparkled like diamonds on the leaves. The golden orb floated above the flowers, its light making the garden feel even more magical. Bubblegum knelt and whispered to the blooms, "Good evening, little flowers." Such a calm night. The flowers swayed softly in the gentle breeze as if nodding in reply. Then from behind a candy rose bush, a tiny pair of glowing eyes peeked out. It was another gentle spirit, a little shy and sleepy, observing the golden orb and Bubblegum. Bubblegum smiled warmly. "Hello. You're welcome to join us," she said softly. The new spirit hesitated, then floated forward slowly, its light dim but kind. The golden orb twirled around it in circles, like it was introducing a friend. Bubblegum laughed quietly, the sound soft and soothing. "See? We're all gentle friends tonight." They continued exploring, moving slowly through the quiet castle corridors. Every room seemed to hold a tiny surprise, a soft, glowing painting that hummed faintly, a small fountain bubbling with sweet soda water, and even a staircase that seemed to sigh softly under their careful steps. Bubblegum found a cozy balcony overlooking the castle courtyard, where the moonlight poured down in a gentle silver glow. The golden orb floated above her shoulder, and the new little spirit hovered nearby, both glowing softly in the calm night. Bubblegum sat down on the candy railing, letting her feet dangle. "You see," she murmured, her voice slow and soothing. "Even at night, when everyone is asleep, the castle is full of gentle friends and quiet magic. And now, you have a place here too." The cuties outside hummed their lullaby once more, and the soft music of the castle blended with the night breeze, creating a gentle symphony of sleepy sounds. Bubblegum yawned softly, leaning her head back against the railing. The golden orb twirled above her hand, sending soft sparkles down like tiny kisses of light. And as the moon hung high above, the two little spirits floated slowly beside her, wrapping the castle in a warm, sleepy glow. In the Candy Kingdom, even the quietest nights held adventures, gentle, magical adventures that made hearts feel calm, loved, and ready for dreams. Bubblegum whispered softly to the spirits, "Tonight we'll rest together, and tomorrow we can explore more. But for now, just drift, little ones. Drift in the calm of the castle night." The golden orb spun slowly in the moonlight, the other spirit floating close, and the castle seemed to sigh with contentment. Every corner glowed softly, every flower, every storybook, every tiny gumdrop Eddie felt the warmth of quiet friendship. And so Bubblegum, the golden orb, and the shy little spirit settled on the balcony, wrapped in gentle starlight, ready for dreams and soft whispers of the magical Candy Kingdom night. The moon hung high, spilling silver light across the candy rooftops, as Bubblegum sat on the balcony with the golden orb and the shy little spirit floating beside her. "It's such a peaceful night," she whispered softly, stretching her arms toward the glowing sky, perfect for quiet adventures. The golden orb twirled happily, leaving soft trails of light that sparkled like tiny fireflies. The shy little spirit followed slowly, its gentle glow flickering like the heartbeat of the castle itself. Bubblegum rose carefully and whispered, "Come on, let's explore a little more. Quietly, gently, so we don't wake anyone." Together they moved down a quiet spiral staircase, each step cushioned with the soft sugar floors of the castle. The walls, tinted pink and caramel, glowed faintly in the moonlight, reflecting the golden shimmer of their tiny companions. It was a part of the castle that few saw at night, a part full of soft secrets and gentle magic. In the hallway ahead, a small chandelier made of sugar crystals swayed slightly in the breeze. Its light caught the golden sparkles of the orb, scattering tiny rainbows across the walls. Bubblegum paused and whispered, "Look at that. Even the light is dancing tonight." The golden orb spun excitedly in response, forming tiny heart shapes in the air. The shy spirit floated closer, shyly brushing against the orb's glow. Bubblegum smiled warmly. "See, friends can share even the quietest magic." As they walked, they reached a small library alcove, tucked behind tall shelves of sugar-coated books. Moonlight filtered through a frosted window, creating soft patterns on the floor. Bubblegum knelt beside a large, open book, and the golden orb floated above the pages. The words on the page shimmered faintly as if alive. Bubblegum whispered, "Sometimes, stories like this only appear at night, when the world is calm, waiting for someone gentle to read them." The shy spirit hovered close, and together they traced the glowing letters with soft, careful movements of their hands and light. Each page told of quiet adventures, moonlit candy gardens, sleepy forest friends, and magical creatures who only came out at night. The golden orb twirled slowly above, casting a warm glow over the words. Bubblegum read, The first secret they discovered was tucked in a corner of the hallway. A tiny door, no taller than Bubblegum's knee, made entirely of caramel and lace-like sugar. The golden orb hovered near it, spinning with excitement. Bubblegum knelt and pushed it open. Inside was a hidden room filled with glowing lanterns floating mid-air. Each lantern contained a small, sleepy spirit, just like their new friend, but each one was unique. Some glimmered in shades of blue, some soft pink, some golden like their companion. They swayed gently, humming tiny lullabies that blended into the whispers of the castle. Bubblegum smiled, whispering, "It's a secret garden of sleepy spirits." The golden orb twirled into light, lighting up the lanterns with golden sparkles. The shy spirit floated around them, shyly joining the other little lights, feeling at home for the first time. A gentle breeze rustled the candy leaves nearby, and the whispers seemed to form words, soft, comforting phrases like friendship, gentle hearts, and calm night. Bubblegum closed her eyes, letting the magic wash over her. "Even the castle loves calm hearts," she murmured softly. Next, they wandered into the Hall of Windows, a long corridor with floor-to-ceiling sugar glass panes. The moonlight painted silver trails across the floor, and faint reflections in the glass seemed to move independently, showing tiny stories from the castle's past. Bubblegum paused at one window. A small reflection of a young princess appeared, gently petting a tiny golden spirit that looked just like their new friend. The reflection winked at Bubblegum before fading, leaving a faint sparkle behind. "Oh, that's so kind," Bubblegum whispered. Even long ago, gentle hearts were cared for. The golden orb floated closer to the glass, twirling slowly. The little spirit followed, brushing against the reflection with curiosity. Tiny ripples of light spread across the floor, making everything glow like a warm, dreamy night sky. Then they discovered a soft staircase spiraling down to the basement. Bubblegum peeked carefully. "I wonder, should we go see?" she whispered. The golden orb pulsed in excitement, the little spirit bobbing happily in agreement. The staircase was lined with candy walls and soft glowing moss. Each step felt warm under their feet. At the bottom, they found a small chamber filled with soft glowing crystals, their light shifting gently in time with the whispers. Bubblegum knelt to touch one, feeling a warm, calming energy pulse through her fingertips. The crystals responded to the golden orb and the shy spirit, glowing brighter as if they were alive and happy to meet such gentle companions. Bubblegum laughed softly. "Even the castle stones want to join in the magic tonight," she whispered. They spent what felt like hours exploring quietly, discovering tiny, magical surprises in every corner. A fountain that sang lullabies, candy tiles that glimmered like stars, and even a tiny room full of floating pillows that drifted like clouds in the gentle air. Each secret made the night feel warmer, calmer, and full of comforting wonder. Finally, they returned to the rooftop garden, where the moon hung high above, spilling silver light across the kingdom. The golden orb twirled lazily above Bubblegum's head. The shy spirit nestled close, and the castle seemed to hum softly, full of quiet secrets shared only with kind hearts. Bubblegum whispered gently, "Tonight we've learned something wonderful, that even the quietest whispers can carry love. Even the smallest lights can shine in the dark, and every secret of the castle is waiting for friends like us." The golden orb spun one last time above her, scattering golden sparkles like tiny stars across the garden. The shy spirit hovered nearby, twinkling softly in delight. Outside, the gumdrop fairies hummed their lullaby once more, echoing the whispers and magic of the castle. Bubblegum yawned softly, settling back on the sugar grass. "Rest now, little ones, and carry the calm of the castle in your dreams," she whispered. And as the moonlight bathed the Candy Kingdom in gentle silver, every corner glowed softly with quiet magic. Every spirit felt loved, and the night hummed with heartwarming secrets. The moon hung high in the sky, its silver glow spilling gently across the Candy Kingdom rooftops. Bubblegum leaned back on the soft sugar grass of the rooftop garden, the golden orb twirling lazily above her head, and the shy little spirit floating close by. Tonight the castle seemed alive in a way that only happened when the world was quiet and hearts were calm. Bubblegum yawned softly and whispered, "I think it's time for a little gentle play, don't you?" The golden orb pulsed in excitement, spinning in soft circles, while the shy spirit bounced lightly in response, its glow flickering like a tiny heartbeat. She stood carefully, brushing soft sugar petals from her gown, and looked around the garden. Tiny lollipop flowers glimmered under the moonlight, and candy vines curled gently in the breeze. Bubblegum waved her hand slowly, and a faint trail of golden light followed her, the orb twirling behind her like a little partner in play. "Let's make patterns in the moonlight," Bubblegum whispered, kneeling near a small fountain. She dipped her fingers into the sparkling soda water, sending ripples across the surface. The golden orb spun above the ripples, tracing arcs of light that shimmered like tiny shooting stars. The shy spirit hovered nearby, brushing the ripples with soft glimmers of its glow. Bubblegum giggled quietly, the sound soft and warm. "Look, we're painting the night sky in our own gentle way." Each movement of the orb and the spirit made delicate patterns on the candy garden floor. Stars, hearts, clouds, and spirals that glowed faintly in the moonlight. The gumdrop fairies, nestled in their sugar beds nearby, hummed a soft tune that seemed to follow the patterns. Their tiny voices blended with the gentle whispers of the castle, creating a lullaby of light, sound, and warmth. Bubblegum leaned back, letting the magic surround her, and felt the comforting presence of her tiny companions. "Do you want to play a little game?" she asked the spirit softly. The orb pulsed in delight, spinning in small loops, while the shy spirit flickered happily, floating closer. Bubblegum pointed to a line of sugar crystals lining the garden path. "Let's make the crystals shine in a special pattern. Each of us can add our own sparkle." The orb twirled along the crystals, leaving a soft, golden trail. The shy spirit followed, brushing against the crystals to make them shimmer. Bubblegum tapped each crystal with a gentle finger, sending faint pulses of light down the path. Slowly, a glowing trail formed, winding through the garden like a river of stars. "It's beautiful," Bubblegum whispered, gazing at the pattern. The golden orb spun lazily above, forming tiny hearts in the air, while the shy spirit danced gently through the shimmering trail. Every ripple of light seemed to hum softly with joy, filling the night with a quiet, heartwarming glow. Next, Bubblegum noticed a small cluster of candy flowers that seemed to sway as if inviting them closer. "Let's play hide and seek," she whispered softly, crouching behind a pink peppermint bush. The golden orb floated toward the flowers, flickering like a tiny lantern, while the shy spirit hid gently among the petals, barely glowing. Bubblegum tiptoed softly along the garden path, her footsteps cushioned by the sugar grass. The orb twirled ahead, leaving trails of soft light that led her to the shy spirit's hiding place. "Found you," she whispered, laughing quietly, her voice like a gentle lullaby. The shy spirit flickered with delight, spinning in little loops above the flowers. After a while, they returned to the fountain. Bubblegum knelt, letting her hands trail in the sparkling water. "Even the water wants to join our game," she murmured. Tiny waves shimmered with the orb's golden light and the shy spirit's glow, creating a slow dance of light across the fountain. The castle hummed softly around them, as if smiling at their quiet joy. Bubblegum leaned back on the soft sugar grass, the golden orb spinning above her like a tiny sun, and the shy spirit nestled close, flickering warmly. "I think this is what magic feels like," she whispered. "Gentle, soft, and full of heart." The moonlight glowed brighter for a moment, spilling silver over the candy rooftops. Bubblegum yawned again, stretching her arms slowly. "It's getting late, little ones. Time to rest soon. But tonight we've shared magic, friendship, and whispers of joy. And tomorrow we can discover even more gentle secrets." The golden orb spun slowly, leaving tiny sparkles that drifted like glowing snow across the sugar grass. The shy spirit nestled in closer, letting its glow dim softly as it prepared for rest. Bubblegum closed her eyes for a moment, letting the warmth of the night and the presence of her little friends fill her heart. And in the quiet of the Candy Kingdom, the rooftop garden glowed with soft, heartwarming light. The golden orb, the shy spirit, and Bubblegum rested together under the silver moon, surrounded by gentle whispers, sleepy melodies, and magical patterns of light. The night hummed softly, carrying their quiet laughter, glowing hearts, and the calm of the kingdom into dreams. A night full of gentle adventures, warm friendships, and the softest magic of all. The moon hung high over the Candy Kingdom, spilling silver light across rooftops, gardens, and candy pathways. Bubblegum stretched slowly on the soft sugar grass of the rooftop garden, the golden orb twirling lazily above her, and the shy little spirit hovering close, both glowing softly in the moonlight. Tonight has been magical," Bubblegum whispered softly, her voice gentle and warm. "We've seen whispers, danced with light, and shared the softest secrets of the castle. But now, it's time to rest." The golden orb spun slowly, leaving faint trails of golden sparkles in the air. The shy spirit floated closer to the orb, its tiny glow dimming softly as if settling down for a peaceful sleep. Bubblegum smiled, brushing her hand gently across the orb's glowing light. "Good night, little one. And good night to you too," she murmured to the shy spirit. The rooftop garden was bathed in silver light, each candy flower, crystal, and sugar leaf shimmering gently. Even the soft fountain ripples slowed, as if the water itself were preparing for a calm rest. Bubblegum leaned back on the soft sugar grass, letting the magic of the night wash over her. "Do you hear the whispers?" she asked quietly. The castle seemed to respond, tiny voices floating gently through the corridors and gardens. They weren't words exactly, more like soft sighs of comfort telling stories of nights long ago, of friends who had watched over the kingdom of magic that only appeared for kind hearts. The golden orb twirled once more above her, scattering soft stars of light across the sugar grass. The shy spirit nestled close, flickering faintly in a gentle rhythm. Bubblegum whispered, "The night is full of friends, little lights, and quiet wonders. And now we can dream of them all." She rose slowly, moving toward the candy path that led to her tower. The golden orb floated beside her, the shy spirit following, as if guiding them through a magical path of light. Each step was slow, careful, and calming. The candy rooftops glittered faintly in the moonlight, and the faint lullabies of the gumdrop fairies echoed softly in the distance. When they reached a quiet corner of the tower balcony, Bubblegum sat down and gazed at the moon. "Do you see it?" she whispered to the little spirits. Every star, every shadow, every soft glow. It's all part of the night's gentle magic." The golden orb spun slowly above her hand, twinkling like a tiny sun. The shy spirit hovered near, brushing its light softly across Bubblegum's shoulder. The kingdom seemed to sigh with contentment, the walls, gardens, and towers humming a soft lullaby for everyone. Bubblegum yawned softly, laying back against the candy railing. Sleepy cuties, if you're watching from your cozy beds, imagine the moonlight hugging you, the whispers of the castle wrapping you in warmth, and the soft glow of little friends keeping you company. She closed her eyes briefly, feeling the gentle night air brush against her face. The golden orb twirled slowly one last time above her, sending tiny trails of light like sleepy kisses across the garden. The shy spirit flickered softly beside her, and the castle hummed with calm, heartwarming energy. All the quiet whispers, all the gentle lights, are here to remind us, Bubblegum whispered. Even in the quietest moments, we are never truly alone. The night is full of friendship, love, and magic. And now, it's time to dream. The moon cast its final silver glow across the Candy Kingdom. The fountains rippled softly, the candy flowers swayed gently in the breeze, and the gumdrop fairies hummed their lullaby one last time. The golden orb floated high above the garden, twirling lazily, while the shy spirit nestled beside it, both shimmering with calm warmth. Bubblegum yawned again, snuggling into the soft sugar grass. Good night, little ones. Good night, gentle spirits. And good night, sleepy cuties, she murmured. May your dreams be filled with quiet magic, soft laughter, and the warmest hugs. And so, under the silver moonlight, the Candy Kingdom settled into a peaceful slumber. The golden orb and the shy little spirit glowed softly, keeping watch over the sleeping kingdom. The whispers of the castle became softer and slower, like a lullaby fading into dreams. In the calm night, the gentle magic of friendship, love, and heartwarming adventures lingered in the air. And with each soft sparkle of light, every creature in the kingdom, tiny fairies, candy flowers, and even the castle itself, rested peacefully, wrapped in the warm embrace of the night. The moon hung high, the stars twinkled gently, and the Candy Kingdom dreamed, full of heart, full of magic, and full of sleepy, gentle wonders. He yawned, stretching his arms as the moonlight spilled into his treehouse. Jake, curled up on a fluffy cloud of blankets nearby, wagged his tail lazily and let out a soft, sleepy howl. It's a calm night, Finn whispered. Perfect for a little quiet adventure, if you're feeling cozy enough to join us. The treehouse was quiet, wrapped in the soft silver glow of the moon. Outside, the wind rustled the leaves in the branches, and tiny stars twinkled like sleepy eyes peeking down. Even the distant sounds of the Candy Kingdom seemed far away tonight, leaving the night soft, calm, and magical. Do you hear that? Finn whispered, tilting his head. A gentle, soft sigh floated through the treehouse. It wasn't scary at all, just a faint shimmer of sound, like someone was saying hello without wanting to wake anyone. Jake's ears twitched. That's not just the wind, he murmured. The faint glow of something small and warm appeared near the window, a gentle, flickering light floating lazily in the night air. Finn's eyes widened softly. Whoa, a visitor? He whispered. The light hovered near the window pane, pulsating gently like a tiny heartbeat. It wasn't scary at all, just kind, curious, and quiet. Finn smiled, leaning closer. Hey there, don't be shy. You can come in. The light drifted slowly through the window, shimmering as it moved. Finn held out his hand, and the little glowing shape floated close, forming a tiny, friendly face in its soft, golden glow. Jake wagged his tail again, the fur on his back glinting in the silver moonlight. Looks like someone wants to hang out, he murmured lazily. Finn whispered gently, Do you want to explore the night with us?" The friendly ghost twirled happily in the air, spinning slow, lazy circles, as if saying yes. It was small and warm, like a tiny lantern floating in the darks. They decided to start their gentle adventure quietly. Finn grabbed his soft hood and held it close to keep warm, while Jake stretched his legs, preparing for slow, quiet exploration. The little ghost floated just ahead, leading the way with its golden glow. Outside the treehouse, the world was calm and magical. Tiny flowers glimmered under the silver moonlight, and the leaves of the great trees whispered softly in the breeze. The night smelled faintly of dew and pine, and every step Finn and Jake took felt soft, cushioned, and peaceful. The ghost led them to a small clearing in the forest where the moonlight pooled like silver water. There, a tiny pond reflected the stars above, sparkling gently as if winking at the new visitors. Finn knelt beside the pond, the friendly ghost hovering above, its glow mirrored in the soft water. "It's so peaceful," Finn whispered. Jake curled into a lazy circle, resting his head on the soft grass. The little ghost twirled above the pond, leaving tiny trails of gold light that danced on the water like floating stars. Finn noticed that the ghost seemed to respond to soft sounds. When he hummed a quiet tune, it spun faster, leaving trails of gentle light. When Jake let out a tiny, sleepy howl, the glow shimmered, pulsing in time with the beat of their calm, nighttime hearts. The forest seemed to hum softly with the magic of the moment. Even the leaves and flowers seemed to lean closer, curious and gentle, listening to the quiet friendship forming between Finn, Jake, and the tiny ghost. After a while, Finn yawned softly. "Looks like the moon wants us to wander a little further," he whispered. The friendly ghost twirled ahead, leading the way down a faint path of glowing moss that sparkled faintly under the silver light. Jake followed lazily, letting his paws sink softly into the mossy path. The little ghost floated ahead, spinning and flickering in the gentle moonlight. It seemed to say, "Follow me. I'll show you a quiet secret of the forest." Finn smiled softly, taking a slow step forward. "All right, lead the way," he whispered. As they walked, the night seemed to wrap around them like a warm blanket. The moonlight spilled softly over every tree branch. The rustling leaves hummed lullabies, and the tiny trails of glowing moss seemed to guide them deeper into the magical, sleepy forest. The friendly ghost danced in little loops above their heads, golden sparkles drifting down like tiny, sleepy stars. Finn whispered, "Sleepy cuties, imagine yourself walking here with us, following gentle lights, feeling the soft moss under your feet, hearing the quiet whispers of the forest, and drifting into a calm, cozy night." Jake yawned again, curling tighter, and the ghost twirled once more, glowing softly. The pond behind them reflected the three friends in quiet harmony, each glow, yawn, and flicker blending into the calm, heartwarming night. And so Finn, Jake, and their friendly little ghost continued their gentle adventure, walking slowly along the glowing moss path, discovering soft, quiet magic hidden in the forest. The moon watched over them, silver lights spilling across the trees, while the whispers of the night promised heartwarming stories, gentle friendship, and peaceful dreams for everyone. The moon hung high over the sleepy forest, spilling silver light across the mossy paths. Finn and Jake walked slowly behind their tiny golden friend, the friendly ghost, whose gentle glow lit the way like a lantern floating in the night. Wow. Finn whispered softly, looking around. The forest seemed alive in the quiet night, every tree branch shimmering faintly under the moonlight. "I've never seen it like this," he said, taking careful, slow steps along the soft moss path. Jake yawned lazily, stretching his legs. "It's like the forest is asleep, but it's also watching us," he murmured, his voice soft, almost a lullaby in itself. The friendly ghosts twirled ahead, leaving trails of golden light that danced across the forest floor, guiding the two friends deeper into the night. Soon the path opened into a small grove hidden from daytime eyes. Moonlight spilled down through the leaves, sparkling on tiny flowers and crystal-clear puddles that glimmered like liquid silver. The grove seemed untouched, magical, and cozy, a perfect secret place for a calm adventure. Finn knelt to touch a cluster of glowing mushrooms that blinked faintly with warm light. "Even the mushrooms are glowing tonight," he whispered. Jake padded over, gently sniffing the air. The faint scent of honey and pine filled the grove, soft and comforting, like the forest itself was sighing happily. The friendly ghost twirled in excitement above a small crystal fountain at the center of the grove. Water trickled gently over smooth stones, reflecting the golden glow in 1,000 tiny sparkles. Finn reached down, letting his fingers ripple the surface. Tiny waves shimmered and danced, making the ghost spin joyfully above. "Look at that," Finn murmured. "Even the water wants to play with us." The soft ripples echoed a quiet lullaby, mixing with the rustling leaves and the distant hum of the forest. Jake wagged his tail slowly, a soft smile curling across his sleepy face. As they wandered through the grove, the friendly ghost guided them to a cluster of enchanted flowers that bloomed only at night. Their petals glimmered with moonlight, opening slowly as if stretching in sleep. Finn whispered softly, "Sleepy cuties. Imagine holding a flower like this, soft, glowing, and full of calm magic." The ghost hovered near the flowers, brushing its golden light across the petals. The flowers shimmered in response, glowing even brighter for a moment, as if saying hello. Jake lay down on a soft patch of moss, resting his head while watching the gentle display of light. Finn noticed tiny paths of sparkling dust winding between the trees. "Let's follow these," he whispered. The golden ghost twirled ahead, its light flickering with excitement, leading them deeper into the grove. The sparkling paths glowed faintly under the moon, curving gently around trees and small crystal pools. Along the path, they found a circle of tiny glowing spirits, each like the friendly ghost but unique. Some pink, some silver, some soft blue. They swayed lazily in the moonlight, humming faint, gentle tunes that blended perfectly with the whispers of the forest. Finn knelt carefully, watching the spirits float slowly in the air. "Even the forest has friends tonight," he whispered. Jake curled up next to him, letting the calm energy of the grove wrap around them. The friendly ghosts twirled joyfully through the circle of spirits, making soft trails of golden light that intertwined with the other colors. The forest seemed to hum softly in response, leaves and flowers swaying as if joining in the quiet magic. Tiny ripples of energy glimmered across the crystal pools, reflecting the moonlight and the glow of the friendly spirits. Finn sighed softly, leaning back on the moss. "Sleepy cuties. Can you imagine being here? Feeling the soft moss under your hands, hearing the whispers of gentle friends, and letting the moonlight hug you." Jake yawned again, curling tighter. "This is the calmest adventure ever," he murmured, eyes half closed. The friendly ghost floated close, wrapping its warm glow around them, a tiny guardian of the quiet night. Finn noticed a small opening at the far side of the grove. I wonder, what's over there? He whispered softly. The ghost hovered near, twirling lazily, as if inviting them to discover another secret. Finn and Jake walked slowly, each step cushioned by the soft moss, the moonlight spilling over the path like a silver ribbon. When they reached the opening, they found a tiny hidden waterfall, its water spilling over smooth stones into a crystal-clear pool below. The golden glow of the ghost reflected across the surface, making the water shimmer like a million tiny stars. Finn knelt beside it, letting his fingers ripple the surface again. Even the waterfall is peaceful tonight, he whispered. The little ghost twirled joyfully above, leaving trails of soft light on the rippling water. Jake rested beside Finn, feeling the warm, gentle magic of the forest all around them. Finn yawned softly, leaning back against a mossy tree trunk. It's almost time to rest, little ones. But tonight, we've shared magic, friendship, and the calmest secrets of the forest. The golden ghost floated above, twirling slowly, scattering tiny sparkles across the moss and crystal pools. The other sleepy spirits swayed gently, their faint hums blending with the quiet trickle of the waterfall. The moonlight bathed the grove in soft silver, wrapping everyone in a warm, heartwarming glow. Finn whispered softly, "Good night, little ones. And good night to you, gentle ghost. May your dreams be full of magic, soft laughter, and the calmest adventures." And as the moon continued to shine, Finn, Jake, and the friendly ghost settled into the gentle peace of the glimmering grove, the quiet whispers of the forest surrounding them, ready for sleep and dreams filled with cozy, heartwarming magic. The moon hung high above the glimmering grove, casting silver light across the mossy paths, crystal pools, and glowing flowers. Finn stretched, letting out a quiet yawn. "Sleepy cuties. Such a calm night," he whispered. "Perfect for a little gentle play." Jake curled lazily beside him, his tail flicking softly. Gentle play, huh? I'm in, he murmured, his eyes half closed in sleepy contentment. The friendly ghost twirled above them, its golden glow flickering with quiet excitement. Finn's eyes sparkled softly as he glanced at the grove. The tiny glowing spirits swayed gently in the moonlight. The crystal pools shimmered faintly, and the moss underfoot glowed with a soft, comforting light. "Let's make some magic together," he whispered. The friendly ghost darted toward a patch of glowing flowers, spinning in playful loops. Its light brushed the petals, making them shimmer brighter and pulse with warm, sleepy energy. Jake wagged his tail slowly, nudging Finn's arm. "Looks like it wants us to join," he said. Finn knelt and extended his hands, letting the soft moss cushion his palms. "All right, let's see what we can do," he murmured. He slowly traced his fingers along the glowing flowers, and the little ghost twirled above, leaving tiny trails of gold light that intertwined with the petals' shimmer. The other forest spirits floated closer, gently joining the dance. Pink, blue, silver, and golden glows twirled lazily around Finn and Jake, forming gentle patterns in the moonlit grove. The faint hum of the spirits mixed with the whispers of leaves and the bubbling of the crystal pools, creating a soft lullaby of light and sound. Jake stretched and flicked a paw at a glowing crystal, sending tiny sparks across the moss. The friendly ghost twirled excitedly, following the spark trail and leaving golden arcs that glimmered softly. Finn laughed quietly, the sound soft and warm. "Sleepy cuties, imagine making your own trail of light, spinning with the stars and feeling the calm of the forest wrapping around you." They spent a long while painting gentle patterns in the grove, spirals of light across the moss, twinkling trails through the crystal pools, and soft arcs of glow across the flowers. The moonlight mingled with the sparks, making the grove shimmer like a magical dreamland. After a while, Finn noticed a tiny hill covered in soft moss at the edge of the grove. "Hey, want to see something fun?" he whispered. The friendly ghost twirled toward the hill, spinning lazily, while Jake stretched his legs and padded softly after them. Finn climbed gently to the top and let out a quiet, sleepy laugh. "Look at this view. The whole grove glows beneath us." The crystal pools sparkled, the flowers shimmered, and the tiny spirits floated gently, their soft hums creating a lullaby in perfect harmony with the night. The golden ghost twirled above Finn's head, leaving faint trails of light that sparkled like floating stars. Jake curled up beside him, resting his chin on the moss. "This is the coziest view ever," he whispered. Finn smiled, closing his eyes briefly and breathing in the warm, magical night air. "Sleepy cuties, if you're here with us, imagine feeling this calm. The soft moss under your hand, the warm glow of the spirits around you, and the gentle hug of moonlight across the forest." The friendly ghost twirled one last time above the hilltop, scattering tiny sparkles that drifted lazily down, settling on moss, flowers, and crystal pools. Jake's eyes slowly closed, and Finn leaned back, letting the peaceful night wrap around him. In that soft moment, the forest seemed to hum with contentment. Even the leaves swayed gently. The crystal pools rippled softly, and the tiny glowing spirits glimmered with calm warmth. Finn whispered to them softly, "Good night, little ones, and good night, gentle ghost. Rest now and dream of magical, cozy adventures." The moonlight bathed the grove in silver. The friendly ghost glowed softly beside them, and the grove itself seemed to settle into the calmest, most heartwarming sleep. Every ripple of water, every twinkle of light, and every soft whisper of the forest whispered a gentle lullaby. And so Finn, Jake, and the friendly ghost rested together atop the soft moss hill, wrapped in the warm glow of the spirits and the quiet magic of the moonlit grove. The night hummed with gentle adventure, friendship, and peace, carrying their hearts softly into dreams. The golden glow of the friendly ghost drifted softly through the hidden grove, casting gentle light across mossy paths and crystal pools. Finn and Jake followed slowly, their eyes wide with quiet curiosity. The moon hung high, silver light spilling over the trees and illuminating every shimmering flower and sparkling stone. "Sleepy cuties," Finn whispered softly. "Tonight I think we're about to find something very special. Something hidden in the forest that only shows itself when the night is calm and hearts are gentle." Jake yawned lazily but wagged his tail, curling closer to Finn. "I like hidden secrets, especially soft ones," he murmured, his voice almost lullaby. The friendly ghost twirled excitedly ahead, spinning in small circles, leaving trails of golden light that lit their path. As they moved deeper into the grove, Finn noticed a faint glimmer behind a cluster of silver-leaf bushes. "Look there," he whispered, pointing softly. The friendly ghost floated closer, its glow flickering in anticipation. Slowly, a hidden path appeared, lined with tiny glowing mushrooms and soft silver moss, as if inviting them forward. Finn stepped carefully, feeling the soft moss under his hands and feet. "It's like the forest itself is guiding us," he murmured. Jake padded gently behind, his paws barely making a sound on the soft ground. The moonlight shimmered across the path, mixing with the golden glow of the ghost and the silver glimmer of the moss. The path led them to a small clearing, almost circular, surrounded by towering trees whose leaves shimmered faintly like starlight. In the center was a tiny, crystal-clear pond, so still it reflected the moon perfectly. Floating above the water were hundreds of tiny lights, gentle orbs that twinkled like a soft constellation trapped in the forest. "Whoa," Finn whispered, kneeling beside the pond. The friendly ghost twirled above the water, leaving golden trails that made the reflection shimmer even more. Jake curled up nearby, resting his head on the soft moss. "Sleepy cuties. Imagine floating here, surrounded by tiny stars, soft light, and gentle whispers," Finn whispered, his voice warm and soft. The golden ghost dipped slightly, hovering just above the water. Each tiny ripple of its glow caused the pond to shimmer in waves of silver and gold. Finn reached out his hand, letting it hover over the surface. "Even the water seems alive tonight," he murmured, smiling. "It's calm, warm, and full of magic." Then from behind one of the tall, shimmering trees, a faint, gentle sound emerged, a soft melody, like a lullaby sung by the forest itself. Finn tilted his head, listening closely. "Do you hear that?" he whispered. Jake's ears twitched, and the ghost pulsed in response. The melody was slow and comforting, winding through the grove like a warm breeze. The source of the melody slowly revealed itself, tiny glowing spirits, even smaller than their friendly ghost, floating just above the pond. Each spirit shimmered softly, creating a gentle chorus of light and sound. The friendly ghost twirled around them, introducing Finn and Jake to this hidden, moonlit orchestra. Finn whispered, "Sleepy cuties. This is the secret of the forest. A hidden glade where night magic comes to life, only for those who are calm, kind, and gentle." Jake yawned again, curling tighter as the soothing melody filled the grove. The soft lights of the spirits reflected in the crystal pond, creating a mesmerizing shimmer that felt like a warm hug. The three friends moved slowly around the pond, watching the tiny lights flicker, pulse, and spin. Finn reached out, letting the ghost guide his hand over the water. Each ripple made new sparks of light appear, joining the soft chorus of glowing spirits. Jake patted gently, brushing his paw against a glowing mushroom, sending a small twinkle into the night air. "Even the smallest things can be magical," Finn whispered. "Every ripple, every twinkle, every glow, it all counts." The friendly ghost spun into light, leaving golden trails that mingled with the soft silver of the hidden spirits. Time seemed to stretch in the glade. The moonlight, the soft whispers of the forest, the gentle melody of the spirits, and the warm glow of the friendly ghost created a lullaby for the heart. Finn and Jake moved slowly, savoring each calm moment. Finally, Finn lay down on the soft moss, letting the peaceful magic of the glade surround him. Jake nestled beside him, letting his body sink into the cushion of moss, and the friendly ghost hovered above, glowing gently like a tiny lantern. "Good night, little ones," Finn whispered softly. "Thank you for showing us your secret. Thank you for sharing this gentle magic." The hidden spirits twinkled in response, their soft hum blending with the melody of the night. The pond reflected every shimmer, every light, and every heartwarming whisper. The golden glow of the friendly ghost wrapped them all in a calm embrace, and even the trees seemed to lean closer as if protecting this peaceful moment. Finn closed his eyes briefly, breathing in the warm, sleepy magic of the glade. Sleepy cuties. Imagine lying here too under the moonlight, surrounded by soft, glowing friends and quiet melodies, drifting gently into dreams. The night deepened. The glade glowed with soft silver and golden light, and the friendly ghost twirled slowly above, sending faint sparkles across the pond and moss. Finn and Jake rested quietly, hearts full of warmth, peace, and gentle magic. And so, in the enchanted moonlit glade, the forest, the friendly ghost, and the two brave friends found calm, heartwarming rest, the perfect place for sleepy hearts to drift into dreams wrapped in the gentle magic of the night. The moon shone softly over the enchanted glade, silver light spilling across mossy path, crystal pools, and glowing flowers. Finn and Jake sat quietly on the soft moss, watching as the friendly ghost twirled in the air above them, its golden glow weaving through the soft silver of the tiny glowing spirits. "Sleepy cuties," Finn whispered softly. "Tonight we get to play with the magic of the forest in the gentlest way possible." Jake stretched lazily, wagging his tail softly. "I like gentle play," he murmured, "especially with glowing friends." The tiny spirits hovered closer, shimmering in soft pinks, blues, and silvers. Each one pulsed in rhythm with the melody of the night, casting delicate sparkles across the pond and moss. The friendly ghost twirled joyfully among them, leaving trails of gold that intertwined with the other colors, creating a slow dance of light. Finn rose carefully, brushing soft moss from his knees. "Let's see if we can make patterns in the glade," he whispered. The friendly ghost floated ahead, leading the way. Jake padded gently behind, paws sinking softly into the moss, careful not to disturb the gentle harmony of the grove. They began by tracing slow, sweeping arcs through the glowing spirits. Each movement of Finn's hand or Jake's paw left faint trails of light that shimmered briefly before fading into the silver moonlight. The tiny spirits responded to the motion, spinning, pulsing, and floating in elegant loops, creating a gentle symphony of glow and shimmer. Finn giggled softly. "Sleepy cuties, imagine your hands painting the night with soft golden trails while the spirits dance along with your touch. Isn't it peaceful?" The friendly ghost twirled above, leaving sparks that glittered in the crystal pond, reflecting tiny twinkling stars across the mossy floor. Jake wagged his tail lazily and nudged a small glowing mushroom with his paw. The mushroom glimmered brighter, sending tiny pulses of light across the glade. The ghost twirled excitedly, following the spark trail and weaving it into the soft dance of lights. Finn smiled, watching the gentle magic unfold. Then Finn noticed a small hidden nook at the edge of the pond, covered with soft moss and sparkling silver leaves. "Hey, let's see what's hiding there," he whispered. The friendly ghost floated toward the nook, spinning in small, lazy circles. Jake padded softly behind, and the tiny spirits drifted curiously in their soft, glowing arcs. In the nook, they discovered a circle of delicate flowers that glowed faintly in response to movement. As Finn and Jake moved closer, the flowers' glow grew stronger, pulsing softly like tiny lanterns. The friendly ghost twirled among them, leaving trails of golden light that made the petals shimmer even more. Finn knelt, letting his hands hover over the flowers. "Sleepy cuties, imagine each flower lighting up when you reach toward it. Gentle, soft, and full of magic." Jake curled up nearby, resting his chin on the moss, watching the petals shimmer with quiet delight. The tiny spirits swirled around the flowers, forming little loops and patterns that mirrored the gentle arcs of Finn's hands. Each pulse of glow from the spirits sent tiny ripples across the crystal pond, reflecting soft light into every corner of the glade. The whole scene hummed with calm energy, like a lullaby made of light. Finn and Jake spent hours, or what felt like hours in the timeless night, playing softly with the glowing spirits. They traced arcs of light in the moss, sent tiny ripples across the pond, and nudged mushrooms and flowers to make them shimmer. Every movement was slow, deliberate, and gentle, creating a warm, heartwarming rhythm in the glade. At one point, Finn lay down on the soft moss, letting the friendly ghost hover above him, its glow wrapping him in a warm, golden embrace. Jake curled up beside him, tail flicking lazily, watching the tiny spirits swirl above the pond. "Sleepy cuties, can you feel the calm of the glade?" Finn whispered. "Every shimmer, every glow, every pulse, it's all here for you to drift." BMO rolled slowly across the soft carpet of the treehouse floor, letting out a tiny, cheerful beep. It's a calm night, perfect for listening, perfect for music. The lights from outside spilled in through the window, painting the room in gentle silver and blue tones. Outside, the wind rustled the leaves of the great treehouse tree, and distant stars twinkled faintly against the deep night sky. The Candy Kingdom, the land of Oo, and all its sleeping creatures seemed quiet tonight, wrapped in a soft, peaceful blanket of moonlight. BMO tilted its little head, listening closely. "Do you hear that?" it whispered. A faint, delicate melody floated through the night air, soft and gentle, almost like someone humming a lullaby from far away. It wasn't scary at all, just mysterious, warm, and inviting. The melody came closer, carried by the breeze, and BMO's eyes widened in excitement. "Oh, someone wants to play. Someone has music for us," BMO whispered softly, rolling toward the window. His little buttons glowed faintly with anticipation. The treehouse was quiet, except for the soft hum of BMO's circuits. The melody continued, a series of gentle notes that shimmered in the air like tiny glowing stars. BMO's screen face lit up with joy. "Sleepy cuties. Imagine hearing a secret song in the middle of the night. Soft, warm, and full of magic," BMO whispered. Curious and careful not to wake anyone, BMO rolled toward the source of the music. The notes seemed to drift through the air, guiding BMO across the soft treehouse floor, past the cushions and the cozy little corners filled with warm blankets and tiny lamps glowing faintly. Then BMO noticed it. A faint glow near the edge of the rooftop balcony. A small, shy figure hovered there, barely visible, softly glowing and holding a tiny, ghostly instrument. Its music floated across the night like a gentle river of silver sound. BMO's screen face lit up with wonder. "Hello there. Do you want to play together?" it whispered softly, careful not to startle the shy musician. The little ghost flickered faintly, shyly hiding behind its instrument. But the music continued, soft and comforting. BMO rolled closer, moving slowly, letting its little light shimmer gently across the balcony. "It's okay. We can be quiet. We can listen. Or we can play along if you want," BMO murmured. The ghost peeked out, its soft glow pulsing in rhythm with the music, a tiny smile flickering across its face. The moon hung high above the land of Oo, casting silver light across the treehouse balcony and the faint glow of the shy ghost. BMO's tiny circuits hummed with excitement and warmth. "Sleepy cuties, imagine sitting here with us, feeling the gentle night air, listening to a secret song, and watching tiny sparks of music float in the moonlight," BMO whispered softly. BMO took a small breath, or as close to a breath as a little robot could, before gently extending a hand toward the ghost. "Would you like to show me your song?" it asked softly. The ghost flickered brighter, twirling slightly in the air, letting the melody grow just a little louder, a tiny shimmer of courage appearing in its glow. Together they listened. The melody floated across the treetops, bouncing softly off the branches, twinkling faintly across the leaves. BMO's circuits glowed gently with each note, pulsing softly like a tiny heart, and the ghost's glow danced in response. BMO whispered, "Sleepy cuties. Imagine drifting along with this music, each note like a gentle hug, each glow like a tiny star lighting your dreams." The wind rustled softly through the balcony, carrying the melody farther, wrapping the treehouse, BMO, and the shy ghost in a calm, magical embrace. The shy ghost finally hovered closer, encouraged by BMO's gentle presence. Its soft glow mingled with BMO's, and together they created a quiet symphony of light and sound. The moonlight spilled across the balcony, silver and gold mixing with their glow, painting the night with gentle, heartwarming magic. BMO yawned softly, letting its circuits hum quietly. "Good night, little musician. And good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be filled with secret songs, soft lights, and gentle, magical adventures." And so, under the silver moon and soft night sky, BMO and the shy ghost sat quietly together, listening to the floating melody, their tiny lights twinkling in harmony, and the gentle night carried their heart-warming music across the sleepy world. The moon hung high over the treehouse, its silver light spilling gently across the balcony where BMO and the shy ghost sat. The night air was cool, carrying faint whispers of leaves and distant stars twinkling like tiny, sleepy eyes. The melody lingered softly in the air, wrapping the world in gentle magic. BMO tilted its screen face toward the ghost. "Sleepy cuties, tonight we get to discover hidden songs together," it whispered softly. "Every note is a secret. Every glow tells a story." The shy ghost twirled slowly, letting its soft, golden glow pulse with the music. Its tiny instrument hummed quietly, almost shyly, as if unsure whether to let the melody grow louder. BMO rolled closer, careful not to startle the gentle musician. "It's okay," BMO whispered. "We can play together. We can make the melody float even higher, but softly. Gently." The ghost flickered, then twirled a little brighter, letting the melody swell just a bit more. Each note sparkled like a tiny star drifting in the calm night. BMO nudged a small lever on its side, and soft harmonic tones joined the ghost's melody. The music floated across the treetops, bouncing softly off the leaves and branches, filling the air with warm, heartwarming sound. The moonlight reflected off BMO's little screen, creating tiny glimmers of silver light alongside the ghost's golden glow. The ghost's music grew more confident, notes intertwining with BMO's soft harmonics. Each pulse of sound made the little ghost's glow flicker and shimmer like a gentle heartbeat. A sleepy cuties. Imagine listening to a secret song that only comes out at night. Each note a tiny hug, each glow a little spark of magic, BMO whispered, letting its circuits hum softly with the music. The melody led them slowly across the treehouse balcony, over soft cushions and warm blankets, to a spot where the moonlight pooled like silver water. Tiny flowers nearby shimmered faintly in response to the music, their petals opening slowly, stretching in the calm night air as if waking just to hear the song. BMO's tiny voice hummed along with the ghost's melody, creating harmonics that danced with the moonlight. The ghost twirled, sending trails of golden light across the balcony, which reflected in tiny sparkles off the flowers, leaves, and BMO's softly glowing buttons. Jake's distant snores could be heard faintly from the treehouse below, adding a sleepy rhythm to the night. The melody from the ghost and BMO floated softly over the treetops, gentle as a lullaby, warm as a blanket, and full of heartwarming magic. BMO tilted forward, rolling closer to the ghost. "Do you want to see where the music can go?" it whispered. The ghost twirled in excitement, flickering brighter, and together they floated to a corner of the balcony where the night air was thick with soft, silvery mist. Each note they played caused the mist to shimmer in arcs of light, tiny sparkles reflecting their soft song across the night. The ghost's instrument glowed faintly, sending tiny pulses along the mist. BMO added gentle harmonics, and together their song painted the balcony in slow loops of silver and gold. The leaves nearby rustled quietly, the moonlight bouncing off their edges, and the flowers glimmered faintly in perfect time with the melody. Sleepy cuties, imagine floating in this music, BMO whispered, each note wrapping around you like a soft hug, each glow tickling your eyelids, guiding you gently toward dreams. The melody stretched across the balcony over the treetops, filling the cool night air with warmth and heart. The shy ghost finally floated closer to BMO, its glow pulsing in rhythm with the combined melody. Together, they created arcs of light and sound that wove across the balcony like tiny rivers of magic. BMO's screen face glowed softly, and the ghost's golden light danced gently, reflecting in each other's warm glow. They played for what felt like hours, though the night remained calm and still, timeless in its soft magic. Every note, every flicker of light, every tiny sparkle in the mist or on a flower's petal added to the quiet symphony of the night. The melody was full of gentle laughter, soft friendship, and heartwarming calm. Finally, BMO rolled back and let its circuits hum softly in contentment. The ghost twirled one last time above the balcony, sending faint trails of golden light across the mist. "Good night, little musician." "And good night, sleepy cuties," BMO whispered. "May your dreams be full of secret melodies, gentle lights, and peaceful adventures in the calm of the night." The moon continued to shine, silver and soft, over the treehouse balcony. The ghost hovered nearby, shyly glowing, and BMO's circuits hummed in quiet rhythm with the fading melody. The night held them in a calm, heartwarming embrace, carrying their music gently into dreams. And so, under the gentle moon and the twinkling stars, BMO and the shy ghost rested quietly, the melody lingering softly in the night, wrapping the world in warmth, magic, and peaceful dreams. The moon hung high above the land of Ooh, casting silver light across the treehouse balcony where BMO and the shy ghost lingered. The night air was cool, carrying the soft whisper of leaves and the faint twinkle of distant stars. Every note of their shared melody drifted lazily across the treetops, warm and heartening. BMO rolled gently forward, its tiny circuits glowing faintly in rhythm with the fading song. "Sleepy cuties, tonight we're going to follow the music. See where it wants to take us," BMO whispered softly. The shy ghost twirled, pulsing gently with golden light, leading the way down a narrow mossy path outside the treehouse balcony. The path glimmered faintly under the moon, illuminated by fireflies and tiny sparkling dust motes that drifted lazily through the night. BMO rolled carefully, its wheels crunching softly on the moss, keeping pace with the glowing ghost. "You hear that?" it whispered. A soft, distant melody floated through the trees, mingling with the music they had created together. Each note was slow, deliberate, and calming, like a lullaby for the forest itself. The path led them past clusters of silver-leaved bushes where tiny glowing flowers opened into the moonlight. Each petal pulsed faintly with light when the music floated past, as if the forest itself were breathing along with their song. The ghost's glow flickered in excitement, sending tiny arcs of golden light across the mossy path. BMO paused for a moment and let its circuits hum softly. "Sleepy cuties, imagine rolling along this magical path, the moss soft beneath you, the moonlight spilling over the leaves, and every note wrapping around you like a gentle hug. The night seemed to lean closer as if listening, reflecting their calm, gentle presence. Further along the path, they reached a small clearing where the moonlight pooled like silver water on the soft grass. Tiny crystals shimmered along the edge of a quiet stream, reflecting faint trails of golden and silver light. The shy ghost floated above, sending tiny arcs of glow across the water's surface. BMO rolled closer to the stream and hummed softly, letting the gentle tone blend with the ghost's melody. The notes created small ripples in the water which shimmered faintly, reflecting their combined music across the clearing. The effect was mesmerizing, soft, warm, and magical. Sleepy cuties. Imagine listening to music that makes the water sparkle, BMO whispered. Every note is a tiny star. Every ripple is a gentle wave carrying you toward dreams. The ghost twirled slowly above the stream, pulsing with each note, weaving the melody into arcs of soft, golden light. As they explored the clearing, BMO noticed a small cluster of glowing fireflies hovering near a silver tree. Each one blinked in rhythm with the melody, joining their music with the tiny pulses of light. The shy ghost danced among them, arcs of gold mixing with the blinking fireflies to create a soft, mesmerizing light show. BMO hummed a quiet harmony, its circuits glowing in soft pulses. The fireflies flickered in response. The ghost twirled joyfully, and the music floated across the clearing, warm and heartwarming. Jake's distant snores carried faintly from the treehouse below, a soft, rhythmic heartbeat beneath the magical melody. Sleepy cuties. Imagine sitting here too, BMO whispered. Surrounded by gentle lights, a shy ghost playing with you, tiny fireflies blinking in rhythm, and the moon casting silver ribbons of light across everything. The clearing seemed to sigh softly, leaves swaying in response to the melody. The ghost guided BMO to a small, hidden nook at the edge of the stream. Soft moss and tiny, glowing mushrooms surrounded a crystal pool, reflecting moonlight and golden trails from the ghost's glow. Every ripple in the pool shimmered like liquid starlight, moving slowly with the rhythm of their music. BMO extended its little arm toward the pool, letting its circuits hum a soft, harmonic tone. The ghost responded, twirling in gentle arcs above the water. Together, their notes sent tiny ripples across the surface, and the fireflies blinked softly, along with each pulse of sound. The night stretched on timelessly. The moonlight, the fireflies, the crystal pool, and the soft glow of the ghost combined with BMO's gentle harmonics to create a lullaby for the forest. Every shimmer of light, every ripple in the water, every soft note of music wrapped the clearing in warmth, peace, and heartwarming magic. To settle into a warm, gentle hush, carrying the music in their hearts softly into dreams. And so, under the gentle moon and twinkling stars, BMO and the shy ghost rested quietly beside the crystal pool, the night humming with soft magic, calm melodies, and heartwarming peace, ready to drift slowly into sleep. The moon hung high above the land of Ooh, casting silver light across the quiet forest. BMO rolled slowly along the mossy path, its circuits glowing faintly, pulsing in rhythm with the gentle melody drifting through the night. The shy ghost floated just ahead, golden glow flickering softly with each note it played. Sleepy cuties, BMO whispered softly. Tonight we're going to discover something very special. A secret song hidden inside the heart of our shy musician. The ghost twirled in the soft moonlight, its glow pulsing nervously. It hesitated for a moment, as if unsure whether to share its secret. BMO rolled gently closer, careful not to rush. "It's okay," BMO said in a quiet, comforting voice. "We can take our time. You can play for me, just little, whenever you're ready." The golden glow flickered, then grew brighter, as if the ghost had decided to trust BMO. Slowly it lifted its tiny instrument, a delicate, shimmering little harp that seemed made of moonlight itself, and plucked a single, soft note. The sound rippled through the night air, warm and gentle, like a sigh of relief. BMO's screen face glowed with delight. "Sleepy cuties, imagine hearing a song that's been hidden, soft and magical, just waiting for the right friend to listen." The note lingered in the air, wrapping the treehouse balcony and the nearby forest in gentle warmth. The ghost's fingers hovered over the harp, trembling slightly. Then, with a slow, deliberate motion, it played another note, then another. Each note shimmered faintly in the air, leaving tiny arcs of golden light floating like fireflies. BMO hummed softly in harmony, letting the notes weave together into a gentle, heartwarming melody. The music led them slowly across the balcony to the edge of the treehouse, where moonlight spilled across the silver leaves and soft moss. Every note made the flowers nearby pulse gently with light, and tiny stars seemed to twinkle brighter in response to the melody. BMO whispered, "Sleepy cuties, imagine floating here with us. The soft moss beneath your hands, the gentle glow of moonlight, and a secret song wrapping around your heart like a warm hug." The shy ghost music grew more confident. Notes twirled and danced like golden ribbons across the balcony, sparkling softly in the moonlight. BMO followed the rhythm, humming along quietly, letting its circuits glow brighter with each pulse of the melody. Then the ghost hesitated for just a moment, flickering faintly. BMO rolled closer, its tiny light glowing warmly. "It's okay," BMO said softly. "You don't have to play fast, just gently, one note at a time, and we can make the melody together." The ghost twirled slowly, plucking a sequence of soft, shimmering notes. Each one floated lazily through the night, bouncing off the leaves and the silver moss, echoing faintly like tiny whispers. BMO added delicate harmonics, blending seamlessly with the ghost's secret song. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves, carrying the melody through the forest. Tiny fireflies drifted closer, blinking in rhythm with the notes. The moonlight reflected off the ghost's golden glow and BMO's soft pulses, creating a heartwarming dance of silver and gold light across the balcony. "Sleepy cuties, imagine this moment," BMO whispered. Every note a whisper, every glow a tiny spark, and the whole world wrapped in calm, peaceful magic. The music flowed slowly, warmly, and steadily, carrying their hearts gently along. Finally, the ghost played a soft, final chord, letting it linger in the night air. The golden glow wrapped itself gently around BMO, the moonlight spilling across them both, and the tiny balcony seemed to sigh in contentment. BMO hummed softly, letting the last echoes of the melody fade into the quiet night. "Good night, little musician. Thank you for sharing your secret song, and good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be full of soft melodies, gentle lights, and peaceful adventures under the moon." The shy ghost hovered nearby, golden glow pulsing faintly, its heartwarming music lingering in every ripple of moonlight, every leaf, every flower. The night air seemed softer, warmer, and wrapped in calm magic, as if the forest itself were listening to their song. BMO yawned softly, rolling back onto the soft moss of the balcony. The ghost twirled one last time, scattering tiny trails of light across the balcony, reflecting in silver leaves and tiny glowing flowers. The music faded gently into the night, leaving only a soft hum of magic behind. And so, under the silver moon and twinkling stars, BMO and the shy ghost rested quietly together. Their hearts and the night itself hummed with gentle melodies, warm light, and peaceful magic, carrying them slowly into sleep, ready for dreams full of quiet adventures and heartwarming songs. The moon hung high in the sky, spilling silver light across the soft moss of the treehouse balcony and the surrounding forest. BMO rolled slowly, its circuits glowing gently with a warm golden hue, matching the shy ghost's soft pulses. "Sleepy cuties, tonight we get to share our song with the forest," BMO whispered softly, its voice a quiet lullaby. Every note, every glow, is part of the calm magic around us. The shy ghost twirled in response, its golden light flickering shyly, yet brighter than before. The ghost seemed excited to share its melody, but also gentle, careful not to disturb the quiet night. Together, they floated down the mossy path that led from the balcony to the soft forest floor below. The path sparkled faintly in the moonlight, illuminated by fireflies blinking slowly like tiny stars. Tiny mushrooms glowed faintly along the edges, and delicate flowers opened their petals slightly in response to the soft music floating through the night. BMO hummed a gentle harmony as the ghost plucked soft notes from its moonlit harp. The melody drifted through the forest, weaving between the trunks of tall trees, over crystal clear puddles, and across soft, mossy patches. The night creatures, sleeping owls, tiny glowing insects, and even the distant foxes stirred faintly, listening to the comforting lullaby. "Sleepy cuties, imagine floating along with the music," BMO whispered, each note wrapping the forest in a gentle hug, every glow painting the leaves and moss with warmth and calm. The shy ghost twirled, sending golden trails into the night air. Each pulse of light seemed to invite the soft, magical creatures of the forests closer. Tiny fireflies blinked in rhythm, glimmering like floating lanterns. A pair of sleepy, glowing owls blinked slowly from a branch, bobbing gently to the melody. BMO hummed along softly, its circuits pulsing in sync with the ghost's notes. The melody stretched gently across the forest floor, bouncing off moss, puddles, and flowers. Tiny silver leaves twinkled faintly in response, and the moonlight mingled with golden trails of the ghost's glow. The ghost floated a little higher, trailing arcs of soft light across the clearing. BMO followed, rolling carefully, letting its circuits glow with each pulse of the melody. "Sleepy cuties, imagine this. Every glowing creature joining the song, every ripple of light floating lazily, the forest breathing gently with us." A small family of glowing insects drifted closer, their tiny lights pulsing in time with the melody. They circled above a crystal puddle, reflecting silver and gold in gentle waves. The shy ghost twirled slowly, weaving arcs of golden light that mingled with the insect's glow. BMO hummed softly in response, creating a quiet harmony that felt like the heartbeat of the night itself. Together, BMO and the ghost floated down a gentle slope toward a small clearing where the moonlight pooled like silver water. The soft grass swayed lightly with the night breeze. Tiny flowers, mushrooms, and glowing moss created a magical stage for their lullaby. BMO extended a tiny arm toward the grass, letting its gentle hum ripple through the clearing. The ghost plucked soft notes, sending golden trails across the moss. The melody intertwined with the soft silver glow of the moon, creating a warm, heartwarming light show. Sleepy cuties, imagine lying here. The soft grass under your hands, the warm glow of moonlight and golden trails, and music floating gently around you, BMO whispered softly. A gentle breeze carried their melody further into the forest. The glowing creatures of the night, the tiny insects, sleepy owls, and fireflies, drifted lazily through the notes, blinking in rhythm. Every pulse of the ghost's harp, every harmonic from BMO, seemed to spread warmth and calm through the trees. The shy ghost twirled one last time, scattering faint arcs of golden light across the clearing. The fireflies twinkled in response, and the soft rustle of leaves hummed along with the melody. BMO rolled closer, letting its circuits pulse in soft harmony with the ghost's music. Finally, BMO let its hum fade gently, and the ghost's last note lingered in the night air like a tiny heartbeat. The moonlight spilled over the clearing, silver and gold blending in perfect peace. Every flower, leaf, and blade of grass seemed to glow softly, echoing the gentle music. Good night, little musician. And good night, sleepy cuties, BMO whispered. May your dreams be full of soft melodies, gentle lights, and peaceful adventures under the calm night sky. The shy ghost hovered nearby, golden glow pulsing faintly. His music now a soft memory in the heart of the forest. The fireflies blinked lazily, the moonlight shimmered across moss and flowers, and the gentle melody lingered like a lullaby carried on the wind. BMO rolled back onto the soft moss, letting its circuits hum quietly. The forest sighed softly in the night, wrapping the little friends in warmth, calm, and heartwarming magic. And so, under the silver moon and twinkling stars, BMO and the shy ghost rested quietly, the melody of their shared song wrapping the world in gentle light, soft music, and peaceful dreams. The moon hung high in the calm sky, casting silver light across the quiet forest and the soft moss of the treehouse balcony. BMO rolled slowly, its circuits glowing with a gentle golden pulse, mirroring the shy ghost's soft light. Together they had shared a secret melody with the forest, and now the night itself seemed to sigh in contentment. Sleepy cuties, BMO whispered softly, its voice a gentle hum. The music has danced through the trees. The stars have twinkled along. And now it's time for gentle rest, for drifting, and for dreams. The shy ghost floated beside BMO, its golden glow pulsing slowly like a calm heartbeat. It seemed happy, peaceful, and shyly proud, knowing that its secret song had spread warmth across the night. Its tiny harp rested in its hands, faint notes still shimmering in the air. BMO rolled closer to the edge of the balcony, looking out over the treetops. The forest below glowed softly, touched by the lingering golden trails of music. Fireflies blinked lazily in rhythm with the soft moonlight, and the leaves whispered a gentle lullaby as the breeze moved through the trees. Sleepy cuties, imagine lying here with us, BMO whispered. Soft moss under your hands, moonlight spilling across your blanket, and music floating gently around you, guiding your heart toward calm dreams. The shy ghost hovered beside BMO, twirling slowly and leaving faint golden sparkles in the air. Each sparkle mingled with silver moonlight, creating arcs of light that drifted lazily over the forest and the treehouse. BMO hummed softly, the gentle harmonics blending with the ghost's golden glow, forming a lullaby for the night itself. From a nearby branch, a pair of sleepy owls blinked slowly, their eyes reflecting the soft glow. Tiny glowing insects drifted past, pulsing faintly in rhythm with the music. Even the crystal puddles below reflected the gentle melody, rippling softly as if nodding along in sleep. BMO tilted its screen face gently toward the ghost. "You played beautifully tonight," it whispered. "Your secret song. It's calm, magical, and full of heart. Sleepy cuties, let's imagine feeling this calm, letting it wrap around us like a warm blanket." The ghost twirled one last time, scattering tiny trails of golden light across the balcony. The moonlight reflected them in delicate arcs, silver and gold weaving together like a soft, magical quilt. BMO rolled beside the ghost, letting its circuits hum softly, each pulse a heartbeat of peace. "Sleepy cuties, close your eyes with us," BMO whispered. "Feel the gentle glow, the soft music, and let it carry you into dreams. Let the night hug you, let the melody rock you, and drift slowly and safely, happily into sleep." The forest seemed to lean closer, leaves swaying softly, fireflies blinking lazily, and the moonlight spreading silver across every branch and blade of grass. The shy ghost nestled quietly near BMO, its golden glow dimming gently as if resting for the first time in a long while. BMO rolled onto the soft moss, letting its circuits hum a soft final lullaby. "Good night, little musician. Good night, sleepy cuties. The music is yours now in your dreams. Gentle adventures, cozy lights, and magical melodies await you there." The wind whispered through the treetops, carrying the last echoes of the secret song across the forest. The golden glow of the ghost flickered softly, then faded into a calm pulse. The silver moonlight shimmered over the balcony and the treehouse, bathing BMO, the ghost, and the sleeping forest in gentle, peaceful light. Every ripple in the nearby crystal puddle mirrored the stars above. Every soft glow from the fireflies pulsed in rhythm with the lullaby. And the forest itself seemed to sigh, wrapping the world in calm, magical embrace. BMO let out a tiny, contented beep, curling into a cozy little ball on the soft moss. The shy ghost hovered close, its glow settling into a warm, quiet pulse. Together they drifted gently, the night humming softly around them. "Sleepy cuties, it's time to rest," BMO whispered one last time. "May your dreams be filled with secret melodies, soft lights, and the warm, gentle magic of the night." And so, under the silver moon, among the twinkling stars, BMO and the shy ghost rested quietly. The night carried their gentle song softly through the forest, through the treetops, across the crystal puddles, and into the hearts of all sleepy cuties. The music, the light, and the calm magic of the night wrapped the world in peace, guiding everyone gently into the sweetest dreams. The soft hum of moonlight, golden glow, and tiny shimmering stars became the lullaby of the land of Ooh, drifting slowly and tenderly into sleep. Jake yawned lazily beside him, stretching his long limbs. Feels like the perfect night for a cozy story," he murmured in a soft, sleepy tone. The golden lamplight inside the treehouse cast gentle shadows on the walls, giving everything a calm, magical glow. Outside, the land of Ooh was quiet. The moon hung high in the sky, silver light spilling through the branches of the massive tree that held their home. The leaves rustled softly with a gentle night breeze, and distant stars blinked lazily like tiny, sleepy eyes. Finn tilted his head, listening. "You hear that?" he whispered, barely moving his lips. A faint, soft creaking came from the branches near the treehouse. The sound was slow and gentle, not frightening at all, more like a whisper of the night. "Looks like our treehouse might be a little magical tonight," Jake said, his voice calm and relaxed. "Not spooky, just friendly." Finn nodded, smiling. Sleepy cuties. Imagine your home feeling extra alive at night. Little sounds, tiny lights, soft shadows moving across the walls, like the house itself is breathing gently. As they moved quietly through the treehouse, Finn noticed faint, warm glows flickering in the corners of the room. Tiny motes of light drifted lazily through the air, glowing like golden fireflies. They didn't startle him, on the contrary, they felt welcoming, like gentle friends visiting for the night. "Look, Jake," Finn whispered, kneeling beside the soft rug. "It's like the treehouse is full of little magical friends tonight. They're just floating around, watching, being calm." Jake padded softly over, wagging his tail lazily. "Sleepy cuties. Imagine these tiny glows dancing slowly around your room, wrapping you in a warm, soft hug, letting the night feel extra cozy." From the corner of the room, a faint, soft giggle drifted through the air. Finn's ears twitched, and he smiled. "It's friendly," he whispered. "Like, someone wants to play a quiet little game. Nothing scary, just gentle fun." The golden motes floated near Finn and Jake, swirling slowly in the lamplight. Some of them drifted past the window, catching the moonlight and reflecting soft silver sparks onto the wooden floors. Each tiny movement felt like a whisper of magic, a playful touch of the night itself. Finn sat on the soft rug and reached out a hand gently. One of the tiny glows drifted closer, brushing his fingers lightly before swirling away. Sleepy cuties. Imagine touching something soft and warm, a tiny bit of magic floating in the air, letting your heart feel calm and happy, he whispered softly. Jake curled up beside Finn, resting his head on the rug, watching the gentle motes dance. "Even if it's a little haunted tonight," he murmured, "it's cozy, magical, like the treehouse is giving us a lullaby made of light." A soft, rhythmic creaking came from above, where the branches swayed under the moonlight. Finn tilted his head, listening. "Sleepy cuties. The tree itself is joining our night. Each creak is like a heartbeat, slow, gentle, and calm." The golden glows moved toward the window, floating lazily around the frames and reflecting in the glass. Finn and Jake watched quietly, letting the warmth and magic fill their hearts. Every tiny light, every soft sound, every gentle shadow seemed to tell a story of calm and friendship. Finn yawned softly. "Sleepy cuties, imagine sitting here with us. The treehouse alive with little magical friends, soft lights, faint whispers, and the moon keeping watch outside, all cozy and calm." Jake wagged his tail slowly and curled tighter. Yeah, this is nice. Peaceful. Heartwarming." The soft night continued, the faint giggles and golden glows drifting gently through the treehouse. Each creak of the wood, each rustle of leaves outside, and each pulse of magical light was like a lullaby, wrapping the little friends in warmth, safety, and calm. Finn whispered, "Good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be full of cozy lights, gentle whispers, and magical, heartwarming adventures." And so, in the glowing warmth of their treehouse, Finn, Jake, and the gentle, magical haunting settled into a calm, comforting night. The motes of light floated lazily, the branches swayed softly, and the moon cast silver ribbons across the wooden floor, creating the perfect setting for sleepy hearts to drift into dreams. The treehouse was alive tonight, not with fear, but with quiet, magical energy. Finn rolled quietly across the wooden floor, listening to the gentle creaks above him. Jake padded softly beside him, ears flicking at every tiny rustle. "Sleepy cuties," Finn whispered. Imagine walking through your own home, but it feels extra alive. Little hints of magic everywhere. Gentle, warm, and friendly. Golden glows floated lazily through the treehouse, drifting near windows, lamps, and the soft rugs where Finn and Jake sat. One of the tiny lights hovered near Finn's hand, brushing it softly like a feather, then twirled away slowly. "See that, Jake?" Finn said softly. "It's not scary. It's like the treehouse is saying hello, like it's inviting us to play quietly, to enjoy the calm night." Jake wagged his tail slowly. "Sleepy cuties? Imagine lights moving around you, soft, friendly, gentle, making the whole room feel warm and magical." Finn followed a glowing moat up a spiral staircase toward the top of the treehouse. The soft light flickered against the wooden walls, painting gentle silver patterns that danced lazily. Above, the ceiling creaked softly as if the tree itself were breathing. "Sleepy cuties. Hear that?" Finn whispered. "It's the tree. Alive. Comforting. Like it's keeping watch while we rest." At the top of the stairs, a small nook glowed with golden light. Tiny floating motes swirled in gentle circles around the cushions and books piled in the corner. Finn reached a hand out, letting a tiny glow brush his fingertips. It sparkled softly, like a friendly little spark of magic. Jake curled up on the cushions, tail wrapped around him, eyes half closed. Soft, warm, cozy, he murmured. The friendly ghosts, or magic, whatever they are, they make the night extra peaceful. A faint, rhythmic creak came from the treehouse walls. Finn listened closely. Sleepy cuties. The house itself is alive tonight, moving slowly, breathing slowly, joining us in calm, gentle whispers. The floating lights twirled slowly, tracing arcs along the ceiling, spiraling around beams and rafters. Each movement left faint, shimmering trails that slowly faded into the warm lamplight. Finn and Jake followed them quietly, letting the calm, magical rhythm guide their hearts. Finn sat cross-legged near a window, watching the lights drift lazily. Sleepy cuties. Imagine sitting here, little friends of the night, dancing around, leaving tiny trails of magic, soft and slow, wrapping you in warmth. A tiny giggle floated through the air, soft and playful. One of the golden glows hovered near Finn's shoulder, twirling in tiny circles. It brushed past his hand gently before drifting toward Jake, who blinked sleepily but wagged his tail. "Even the smallest movement feels like a hug," Finn whispered. "A friendly nudge, letting us know the night is calm, safe, and magical." The treehouse seemed to respond. The wooden walls creaked in slow, gentle rhythms. The windows rattled faintly as the night breeze passed, sending tiny reflections of moonlight dancing across the floor. Every sound and shimmer felt like the heartbeat of the house, alive and comforting. Okay, Finn and Jake explored further, moving toward the balcony where the moonlight spilled silver across the wooden floor. Tiny motes twirled in lazy spirals, following the soft wind that drifted through the open doorway. "Sleepy cuties. The moon is here too," Finn whispered. Silver lights spilling across the balcony. The magic of the night joining our little treehouse friends, all together, calm and cozy. Jake stretched lazily, letting the moonlight brush his fur. "I like this," he murmured. "Not scary at all. Just gentle, magical, heartwarming." The floating glows twirled one last time in the moonlight before drifting softly toward the corners of the treehouse. Finn and Jake watched quietly, letting the calm magic of the night fill them with warmth. Every tiny movement, every shimmer, every faint creak of wood felt like a gentle lullaby. Finn yawned softly, Sleepy cuties, imagine drifting along with this night. The friendly magic moving slowly, the treehouse alive, wrapping you in warmth and calm. Jake curled closer, resting his head on the floor, eyes half closed. Peaceful, sleepy, heartwarming, he whispered softly. The moonlight spilled over the balcony, silver ribbons across the warm wooden floors. The tiny golden glows floated lazily. The treehouse creaked softly, and the night whispered gently through the leaves. Finn, Jake, and the friendly magic of the treehouse settled into the calm, cozy rhythm of a peaceful, dreamy night. The night deepened, and the golden motes of light continued to float lazily through Finn and Jake's treehouse. Each one seemed to pulse with calm, gentle magic. Finn's eyes sparkled softly as he followed one tiny glow toward a part of the treehouse they rarely explored, a small hidden nook tucked behind a shelf of dusty books. Sleepy cuties, Finn whispered. Tonight the treehouse is showing us the secret corner, quiet, magical, waiting to be discovered. Jake padded softly beside him, ears twitching at the faint giggles echoing through the air. The nook was small, filled with stacks of books, tiny jars that shimmered faintly, and cushions that looked as if they had been arranged by invisible hands. A tiny glow floated lazily above the cushions, spinning slowly like a lazy top. Finn reached out gently, and the glow brushed his finger softly. "It's friendly," he whispered. "Like, someone wants us to play quietly, calmly, like a bedtime game." Jake curled up near the cushions, letting the glow drift over him. "Sleepy cuties, imagine little friends of magic moving slowly, wrapping you in warmth, like a gentle hug you can feel but can't see fully." Finn noticed a small, hidden ladder leading up into a loft above the nook. "Ooh, let's see what's up there," he whispered. The motes of light twirled in excitement, floating ahead to guide them. Finn and Jake climbed slowly, careful not to wake the gentle magic of the night. Above, the loft opened into a small balcony overlooking the treetops. Moonlight spilled across the wooden floor in silver ribbons, mixing with the golden glow of the motes. Finn and Jake watched quietly as the soft, friendly haunting seemed to perform a gentle dance, arcs of light weaving through the air in patterns like slow, magical ribbons. Sleepy cuties, imagine floating here with us, the moon above, little glows dancing in the air, the treehouse alive. "Breathing slowly with us," Finn whispered. A faint giggle echoed again, and one of the golden lights twirled toward Jake, brushing past his nose like a feather. Jake blinked sleepily, wagged his tail gently, and yawned. Playful, gentle, magical," he murmured. Finn noticed a tiny mirror tucked in the corner, reflecting the golden arcs of light. As he peered into it, he saw not only the glows, but also faint silhouettes of tiny, friendly spirits, barely there, warm and comforting. Sleepy cuties, these are the friends of the treehouse. Not scary, just little guardians of magic and calm. The soft creak of the treehouse mingled with the whispers of the wind. Finn and Jake sat quietly on the loft floor, letting the gentle magic wrap around them. Each tiny arc of light, each soft giggle, each ripple of moonlight felt like a lullaby, guiding their hearts into calm, warm dream. The golden motes began to drift lazily down to the balcony below. Finn followed, letting his hands brush softly through the trails of glowing light. Jake rolled onto the soft wooden floor, tail curling around him, eyes half closed. Sleepy cuties, imagine the friendly spirits guiding you gently. Every movement slow, every glow soft. wrapping you in a hug of the night, Finn whispered. The treehouse itself seemed to respond. Soft creaks echoed in slow rhythmic patterns like a heartbeat. The moonlight shimmered across every corner, blending silver and gold. Even the leaves outside seemed to sway in tune with the friendly haunting, whispering calm and peace. Finn reached out to a floating glow, letting it rest on his palm. The tiny light pulsed slowly, warm and comforting, and Jake yawned deeply, curling closer to the motes drifting lazily across the floor. Sleepy, heartwarming, magical, Jake murmured. The hidden nook, the lofts, the balcony, the golden glows, they all combined into a gentle symphony of light, sound, and warmth. Every soft creak, every gentle giggle, every twinkle of moonlight seemed to sing a lullaby just for Finn, Jake, and sleepy cuties everywhere. Finn yawned and stretched. Sleepy cuties. Imagine closing your eyes now, the treehouse alive with gentle magic. Friendly lights dancing slowly, whispers of wind and leaves, carrying you softly into dreams. The golden lights began to settle, floating lazily toward the windows and corners, dimming gently. The moonlight reflected silver across the floor, mixing with soft arcs of gold. Finn and Jake curled up together, letting the calm magic wash over them. A final soft giggle echoed through the treehouse, warm and comforting, like a tiny magical sigh. The friendly spirits seemed to tuck themselves into every corner, leaving the house peaceful, cozy, and full of heartwarming calm. "Good night, little friends," Finn whispered. "Good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be full of magical glows, gentle whispers, and warm adventures in calm, cozy places." Jake's tail twitched once before settling. "Sleepy, peaceful, happy," he murmured softly. The treehouse sighed with the night, the wooden beams creaking faintly, the leaves outside swaying gently, and the golden motes pulsing one last time before fading into soft memory. Finn, Jake, and the friendly spirits of the treehouse rested quietly together, the magic of the night wrapping them in a gentle, heartwarming embrace. Every soft shadow, every tiny glow, every faint whisper of wind became a lullaby. The moon watched over them, casting silver light across their sleeping forms. The forest, the treehouse, and all its friendly, magical inhabitants drifted slowly into a calm, dreamy peace. And so, under the silver moon, with twinkling stars overhead, Finn, Jake, and the gentle hauntings of their treehouse settled into a long, cozy sleep. The night hummed softly with heartwarming magic, carrying all sleepy cuties into dreams full of warmth, gentle laughter, and calm, magical adventures. The golden motes of light continued their lazy dance through Finn and Jake's treehouse, each pulse warm and inviting. Finn's eyes sparkled as he followed one tiny glow toward a small hidden nook tucked behind a shelf of dusty books. "Sleepy cuties," Finn whispered. "Tonight the treehouse is showing us a secret corner, quiet, magical, waiting to be discovered." Jake padded softly beside him, ears twitching at faint giggles drifting through the air. The nook was cozy, filled with stacks of books, tiny jars that shimmered faintly, and cushions arranged as if by invisible hands. A golden glow floated lazily above the cushions, spinning slowly like a sleepy top. Finn reached out gently, letting the glow brush his fingers. "It's friendly," he whispered. "Little helpers of the night, just waiting for us to notice." Jake curled up near the cushions, letting the glow drift over him. "Sleepy cuties. Imagine soft friends moving slowly, wrapping you in warmth, like a gentle hug you can feel but can't fully see," he murmured, tail flicking lazily. Finn noticed a tiny ladder leading to a loft above the nook. "Ooh, let's see what's up there," he whispered, eyes wide with wonder. The motes twirled in excitement, floating ahead like tiny guides through the night. Above, the loft opened onto a balcony overlooking the treetops. Moonlight poured across the floor in silver ribbons, blending with the golden glow of the motes. Finn and Jake watched quietly as the gentle haunting performed a slow, playful dance, arcs of light weaving through the air like magical ribbons. "Sleepy cuties. Imagine floating here with us," Finn whispered. Moon above, little glows dancing, the treehouse alive, breathing softly. A tiny giggle echoed through the loft, playful but calming. One golden glow twirled near Jake, brushing past his nose like a feather. Jake blinked sleepily and yawned. Gentle. Magical, he murmured, settling against a cushion. Finn noticed a small hidden mirror tucked in the corner. As he peered into it, he saw faint silhouettes of tiny spirits, barely there, warm and comforting. Sleepy cuties? These are the treehouse's friends. Friendly guardians of calm and magic, he whispered. The soft creak of the floorboards mingled with the gentle whispers of the wind. Finn and Jake sat quietly, letting the magical rhythm fill their hearts. Every shimmer, every flicker of light, every faint giggle became part of a lullaby, guiding them gently toward rest. Golden motes drifted down toward the balcony floor, swirling lazily. Finn followed, letting their trails of light brush against his hands. Jake rolled onto the soft wooden floor, tail curling around him. Sleepy cuties. Imagine friendly magic floating around, wrapping you in warmth and calm, Finn whispered. The treehouse seemed to respond to them. Soft creaks echoed like a heartbeat. Moonlight shimmered across every corner, blending silver and gold. Even the leaves outside swayed in tune, whispering peace. Finn reached for a glowing mote, letting it rest on his palm. The tiny light pulsed slowly, warm and comforting. Jake yawned deeply, curling closer to the glowing trails drifting across the floor. Sleepy, peaceful, magical, he murmured. The hidden nook, loft, balcony, golden glows, they all combined into a gentle symphony of light, sound, and warmth. Every creak, giggle, and flicker felt like a lullaby, carrying Finn, Jake, and all sleepy cuties into a calm, gentle dream. Finn stretched lazily. Sleepy cuties. Imagine closing your eyes. Treehouse alive with gentle magic. Lights dancing slowly. Whispers of wind and leaves, guiding you softly into dreams. The golden lights began to settle, drifting toward windows and corners, dimming gently. Moonlight reflected silver across the floor, arcs of gold lingering faintly. Finn and Jake curled together, letting the calm magic wash over them. A soft, final giggle echoed through the treehouse, warm, comforting, like a sigh of contentment. The friendly spirits seemed to tuck themselves into every corner, leaving the house peaceful and cozy. Finn whispered, "Good night, little friends. And good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be full of glowing friends, gentle whispers, and calm, magical adventures." Jake's tail twitched once before settling. Sleepy, peaceful, warm, he murmured. The treehouse sighed with the night. Wooden beams creaked faintly, leaves outside swayed gently. Golden motes pulsed one last time before fading softly into memory. Finn, Jake, and the friendly spirits rested quietly together, wrapped in a gentle, heartwarming embrace. The moon watched over them, casting silver light across their sleeping forms. The forest, The treehouse and all its friendly, magical inhabitants drifted slowly into peaceful dreams. Every shadow, every glowing mote, every whisper of wind became a lullaby. The night hummed softly with heartwarming magic, carrying all sleepy cuties into dreams full of warmth, gentle laughter, and calm adventures. Finn yawned softly, resting his head against Jake. Sleepy cuties, the night is gentle, magical, and full of love. Jake's soft snore echoed across the treehouse. The moonlight shimmered in silver arcs across the floor, golden trails fading slowly, leaving behind a calm, serene space. The treehouse, the forest, and all its friendly hauntings drifted into quiet slumber. Finn, Jake, and sleepy cuties everywhere were wrapped in the warmth and magic of the night, ready to float slowly into a peaceful, dream-filled sleep. And so, under the silver moon and twinkling stars, the haunted treehouse became a place of comfort, gentle whispers, and heartwarming magic. Every sound, light, and movement became part of a lullaby, guiding everyone into calm, cozy dreams. The golden motes of light drifted lazily through Finn and Jake's treehouse, each pulse warm and inviting. Finn followed one tiny glow toward a nook hidden behind a shelf of dusty books. The motes moved like gentle guides, twirling in lazy spirals, inviting them into the quiet magic of the night. "Sleepy cuties," Finn whispered. "Tonight our treehouse is alive, showing us secret corners. Quiet, magical, waiting to be discovered." Jake padded softly beside him, ears twitching as faint, playful giggles echoed through the air. The nook was cozy, filled with stacks of books, tiny shimmering jars, and cushions that looked as if invisible hands had placed them perfectly. A soft glow pulsed in each corner, wrapping the space in a warm hug of light. A golden mote floated lazily above the cushions, spinning slowly like a sleepy top. Finn reached out gently, letting the glow brush his fingertips. "It's friendly," he whispered. "Little spirits of the night, just waiting for us to notice them." Jake curled up near the cushions, letting the glow drift over him. "Sleepy cuties, imagine soft friends moving slowly, wrapping you in warmth like a gentle hug you can feel, but can't fully see." Finn noticed a tiny ladder leading up to a loft above the nook. "Ooh, let's see what's up there," he whispered, eyes sparkling with curiosity. The motes twirled in excitement, floating ahead like little guides through the night. Above, the loft opened onto a small balcony overlooking the treetops. Moonlight poured across the floor in silver ribbons, blending with the golden glow of the motes. Finn and Jake watched quietly as the gentle haunting performed a slow, playful dance, arcs of light weaving through the air like magical ribbons. "Sleepy cuties, imagine floating here with us," Finn whispered. Moon above, little glows dancing, the treehouse alive, breathing softly. A tiny giggle echoed through the loft, playful but calming. One golden glow twirled near Jake, brushing past his nose like a feather. Jake blinked sleepily and yawned. Gentle, magical," he murmured, settling against a cushion. Finn noticed a small hidden mirror tucked in the corner. Peering into it, he saw faint silhouettes of tiny spirits, barely there, warm and comforting. "Sleepy cuties, these are the treehouse's friends, guardians of calm and magic," he whispered softly. The soft creak of the floorboards mingled with whispers of the wind. Finn and Jake sat quietly, letting the magical rhythm fill their hearts. Every shimmer, flicker of light, and faint giggle became part of a lullaby, guiding them gently toward rest. Golden motes drifted down toward the balcony floor, swirling lazily. Finn followed, letting their trails brush against his hands. Jake rolled onto the soft wooden floor, tail curling around him. Sleepy cuties. Imagine friendly magic floating around, wrapping you in warmth and calm, Finn whispered. The treehouse seemed to respond. Soft creaks echoed like a heartbeat. Moonlight shimmered across every corner, blending silver and gold. Even the leaves outside swayed in tune, whispering peace. Finn reached for a glowing mote, letting it rest on his palm. The tiny light pulsed slowly, warm and comforting. Jake yawned deeply, curling closer to the glowing trails drifting across the floor. Sleepy, peaceful, magical, he murmured. The hidden nook, loft, balcony, golden glows. They combined into a gentle symphony of light, sound, and warmth. Every creak, giggle, and flicker felt like a lullaby, carrying Finn, Jake, and all sleepy cuties into a calm, gentle dream. A mini magical adventure. Finn spotted a faint, sparkling trail leading through the loft to a corner he hadn't noticed before. It shimmered like a ribbon of starlight. Sleepy cuties. Do you see that? A little trail of magic? Let's follow it slowly. Jake padded softly behind him. The trail led to a tiny, hidden door, just big enough for Finn to peek through. Beyond it, a small room glittered with soft, shimmering objects, floating crystals, gentle, glowing orbs, and tiny creatures that blinked lazily. The creatures floated gently, circling one another in calm harmony. Sleepy cuties. Imagine them dancing slowly, like a little lullaby you can watch. Every movement gentle, every glow warm, Finn whispered softly. Jake stretched lazily, tail curling around him. Magical, peaceful, warm, he murmured. They watched the tiny creatures twirl in rhythm with the golden motes, every movement slowing their hearts and calming their minds. Finn reached out gently, letting one tiny orb float over his hand. It pulsed slowly, warm and cozy. Sleepy cuties, imagine this gentle magic touching you, wrapping your heart in calm and light. The treehouse joins in. Outside, the wind moved through the leaves slowly. Branches swayed, casting long silver shadows across the treehouse floor. Each shadow seemed to respond to the gentle magic within. Finn and Jake felt as if the tree itself was joining the lullaby. Every creak a heartbeat, every rustle a whisper of peace. The golden motes drifted lazily toward the windows, spinning softly in the moonlight. Tiny reflections danced across the floor, painting arcs of silver and gold. Finn curled up beside Jake, letting the warmth of the magic flow through him. Sleepy cuties. Imagine lying here with us, Finn whispered. The moon above, little glows dancing, friendly spirits moving gently, and the whole treehouse breathing with you, calming your heart. Jake's eyelids drooped. Sleepy, peaceful, magical, he murmured again, settling completely into the cushions. Finally, the golden lights began to settle, drifting toward windows and corners, dimming softly. The moonlight reflected across the floor, arcs of gold lingering faintly. The friendly spirits seemed to tuck themselves into every corner, leaving the house peaceful and cozy. Finn whispered, "Good night, little friends." And good night, sleepy cuties. May your dreams be full of glowing friends, gentle whispers, and calm, magical adventures. Jake's tail twitched once before settling. Sleepy, peaceful, warm, he murmured. The treehouse sighed with the night. Wooden beams creaked faintly. Leaves outside swayed gently. Golden motes pulsed one last time before fading softly into memory. Finn, Jake, and the friendly spirits rested quietly together, wrapped in a gentle, heartwarming embrace. Every shadow, every glowing mote, every whisper of wind became a lullaby. The night hummed softly with heartwarming magic, carrying all sleepy cuties into dreams full of warmth, gentle laughter, and calm adventures. And so, under the silver moon and twinkling stars, the haunted treehouse became a place of comfort, gentle whispers, and heartwarming magic. Every sound, light, and movement guided everyone into calm, cozy dreams.